Hello and welcome, Dr. Akshaya Keerti again. Thank you, Zenat, for being here and assisting with this podcast. We are an Iron Cure team, and Dr. Akshaya Keerti, along with three other very talented doctors, is collaborating with us on an unsung hero, unsung iron, magnesium. In fact, until a few years ago, not much was known about magnesium's uptake and all, despite it being one of the commonest elements in living systems. So, Dr. Akshay Keerti has hit the hammer on the nail by identifying this and working on a book on cancer and magnesium, working on multiple research papers. One is a collaboration between four physicians, including him and Dr. Brooks Robinson of Lydia Center for Human Resilience and me at IronCare. So, very happy for Dr. Akshay Keerti to be here. Dr. Akshay, in simple layman terms, can you explain what is the role of magnesium in DNA repair so that we can understand eventually more about cancer?
Okay, so hello everyone. Dr. Sukant, when we talk about DNA repair, so basically it boils down to one simple thing that DNA is the essential thing for life. DNA is not just your genetics, but DNA also carries information regarding certain disorders, diseases, etc. So whenever there is a defect in the DNA, there are two things can happen. Either it is terminated then and there, which means that the DNA is totally removed from the system. That cell is killed by a process which we call apoptosis, which is a programmed cell death, or that damage to the DNA is overlooked and it is further integrated into the further cell line, carrying that disorder forward. So if we delve into even more simpler terms, that is what happens in cancer. The reason why we say cancer is genetic is because of this DNA, uh, irregular DNA repair mechanism. Cancer means irregular cell division growth, which means a cell is keep on dividing, and hence a tumor is formed. There is no one to stop the growth. Here comes the role of the cell cycle regulators. These are basically like security guards, which make sure that the cell divides as much as it needs to divide by the body. Now, these cell regulators are very intricately managed by magnesium. The magnesium manages certain enzymes and certain cyclin dependent kinase, or the CDKs, often known as the most important molecule in the molecular biology. The magnesium regulates these things, not just preventing the overgrowth, but also preventing promoting the cell cycle further. So not just cancer, in autoimmune diseases where there is unnecessary breakdown of your body's own cells, magnesium can aid there. Integrating magnesium into your diet and supplements can help promote cell growth. And on the other hand, if there is unregulated cell growth, such as in cancer, magnesium can be used for those to promote those cell regulators which keep your cell proliferation in check, further stopping the growth of that tumor, or further inhibiting that person from carrying that DNA damage further on into their genetics. So I think so that covers all the DNA repair which can be managed by such a small micronutrient such as magnesium.
That's very interesting. That's amazing. Thank you for these insights. We'll reconvene in another podcast to understand role of magnesium in cancer better. Thank you, Dr. Akshay Keerti.